Hello. Today, not one, but two Holosuns. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Geoff. Geoff was kind enough to lend me both of these red dots for review, so thank you very much, Geoff. We greatly appreciate it here on the channel. What do we have? We have a Holosun 515C and a 507C. Yes, the C stands for circle. So I already have the 507 out of the box. The 515, a little bit easier to get out. We start with a little cover, gives you all the information that you need on the sides. Both of them do it, in fact. Basic rundown. I'll let you read that for a second if you want to pause it. Okay, that's all done. We'll get through some of that later. Case, plastic. Nothing real crazy about it. That's about it. Cover comes off. What do we have? Owner's manual, which is, pretty basic for anything like this. Little piece of foam, and the red dot itself. The packaging is perfectly fine. The foam is nice and dense. It fits in there very nicely. And everything is where you need it to be. All the tools. You got a little screwdriver down at the bottom. Very, very, very fine Torx bit on that. And you have your regular Torx for all your mounting screws. A little driver for adjustments for your windage and elevation. And an extra battery tray. Putting this stuff all to the side for right now. We're going to go over just the basic construction and feel of this optic and see what it's like. Right off the bat, it doesn't have a lot of weight to it, but it has a good heft. Buttons are easily accessible on the sides. Of course, we have the solar panel on top. Windage and elevation knobs are hidden underneath caps, which have the information on how to rotate it to go up or down. While we're here, let's give it a couple of clicks. Very tight, very crisp. Plenty of tension on those, so they're not going to come loose. It takes a good bit of effort to get them to start to click over. Might as well. Windage is the same as elevation. Very tight, very nice. What I like about this, the flip-up caps are really nice. This one does have a kill flash on the front, but I don't know how I like kill flashes that much. A little dirty on the back. These are just coming out of the box right now, but I will clean that up. Might as well turn it on while we're here. Ooh, it's a nice reticle. It is reminiscent of the XPS2 that I did. I really like this. I believe it's a 65mm circle. It says it on the box. 2mm, 2 MOA dot, 65 MOA circle. And I like how that looks a lot. We'll shut that off for right now. Close these back up. Very, very positive engagement with the caps. You don't have to worry about those coming loose. Yeah, that's really tight. Let's look at the mount real quick. Quick release mount. Not only is it a quick release, but it also has a lock on the front, which I really like. Now the lock is not engaging because this is not fully locked up on the rail, so this would go a little bit farther up. And it's got too much spring tension in there for me to pull it up with my fingers, but I do like how it has a lock on there. So in case this snags on article of clothing or something like that, you don't have to worry about it, falling off your gun. So that is the 515. Let's take a quick look at the 507. So right off the bat, the first thing I notice is this little guy is heavy. Comparing this to the Burris and it was the Fastfire 2 and the Venom that I reviewed, this is considerably larger. Good reason. There's a solar panel on top, and it's got a much larger pick rail mount on the bottom, whereas opposed to the Venom and the Burris, I believe those were just mounted into the body itself. This bottom cover does come off. There are two Torx on top, and you can take this off to have this screw straight into a pistol receiver. That would take away some of the weight, but as it sits right now, this thing is considerably heavier than both of those. Definitely something you notice right away. Buttons right here on the side, up and down, positive, negative. They seem easy enough. The reticle on this is just a smaller version of the one found on the 515. I believe this one has a 32 MOA circle, and it's still the 2 MOA dot. I think that would be fine for most cases. It does have slight magnification to the glass, but most of these little reflexes are like that. Nothing out of the ordinary. Slight greenish tint to it. The same thing the 515 had, very similar. Not too bad overall. And the reticle does appear, at least for right now, to be very sharp. I really like these reticles. They're very functional. But that 32 MOA circle around it might be a little bit small, but we will see in time. So the reticle is pretty nice. The weight's a little bit meh, but it does feel really solid. It doesn't feel like if you bang this against a wall by accident or something like that, it's going to fall apart. I'm going to use the 515's tool to adjust the windage and elevation. We'll start with windage first. Very tight clicks. That's my stomach. I don't know if you could hear that over the detent click, but it's definitely got some resistance to it, which is a good thing because you don't want this to get bumped while you're shooting and throw off your zero. Overall, it seems pretty nice. First impressions seem pretty high. They are both made in China, but as far as the overall quality and feel of it, they feel excellent. I'm really looking forward to using these and getting to know them a little bit more personally. Well, that's basically it. Thank you again to Geoff for sending these over so I could review them. It's greatly appreciated, and thank you very much for watching.